Hey Pepperheads, welcome to my very first game review. Now this video is going to be a little light on the jokes because I really want to dive into the nuts and bolts of how this game plays. So it is going to be a little different than my usual content, but hopefully you guys stick around and enjoy.
I don't got time for this shit show.
Now I'm sure most of you have already guessed based on this footage.
Getting on my nerves.
Let's roll, fuckhead!
But if you haven't, we are reviewing Cyberpunk 2077. That's right, the supposed game-changing game of the year. Now, right off the bat, I have to point out the elephant in the room. This game is super glitchy.
That hurt.
So much so that they being Sony, took it off the PlayStation Store and is offering full refunds. So if that doesn't tell you what you need to know about the state of the game, then I got nothing for you. Now I have a pretty good system, so I didn't experience, as many of the just performance issues that are prevalent on last-gen systems, but I did try turning the graphics settings down just to see how the game ran, and it started looking like a completely different game, so obviously there's some optimization stuff to figure out there.
You're imagining things.
Now, in terms of the actual gameplay, the shooting in this game is okay, mediocre, although I will say that one place where they did miss the mark completely is the cop AI. I mean, you can shoot a guy and steal his car, and they'll send like a very limited response. Sometimes the cops won't even come after you at all. And then sometimes you're just walking around minding your business, and then the cops are suddenly all on you, and there's fucking helicopters everywhere. And I just found this happening a ton to me on my second playthrough. I chose to play this black character. I chose the street kid start. On second thought, maybe it's not as unrealistic as I thought at first. Moving on to the driving, it's pretty fun, sometimes Oh my fuck. When you press turn, you have to fucking turn, dude! The driving is broken, it's fucking garbage. Anyway, so yeah, the driving's, it's okay, and certainly not anywhere near, Grand Theft Auto 5 quality, but it's okay. I know we already talked about it, so I'm not going to go too in-depth, but you do see a lot of those glitches we talked about cropping up in the driving in Cyberpunk, and it's just disgusting. It's frankly unbelievable. Now, if there is a redeeming quality to this game, it would have to be the world and the characters. They're really fleshed out, great voice actors. Here's a line from the Keanu Reeves character, actually.
I got this Chinese. Hey there!
So I gotta give them props for that. Overall, on the Pepperscale, which as we all know runs from, Farming Simulator 2017 at the bottom to Farming Simulator 2019 at the top, I would rate this as a lukewarm to mild GTA 5 clone. It has the same basic flavor, but no spice. Also, if you don't have a computer specifically made for gaming, or one of the mythical so-called PS5s, which I'll believe when I see, this game is basically unplayable, which really hurts its ranking on the Pepperscale. So I'm sure a bunch of patches will come out for this game, so maybe I'll revisit it in a year, 2 years, when all of the patches are out and bump up its standings. But until then, I gotta go with that lukewarm GTA 5 clone rating. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the first game review ever, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, that's good.